Friends. Finer portion of the dust is usually referred to as PM2.5. And in India, PM2.5 has been included in the National Ambient Air Quality Standards. In this video we are showing you how to do sampling for fine particulate matter, FPM, or PM2.5 using fine particulate sampler or PM2.5 sampler. PM2.5 sampler is based on impactor design standardized by US EPA. Ambient air enters through an omnidirectional air inlet. Particles greater than 10 microns are arrested here. Particles finer than 10 microns proceed to a second impactor, PM2.5 impactor that has an aerodynamic cut point at 2.5 microns. The air sample and fine particulates exiting from the PM2.5 impactor are passed through a 47 mm diameter Teflon filter paper that retains the PM2.5 particulates. Sampling rate is held constant at 1 cubic meter per hour or 16.67 liter per minute by a mass flow controller, MFC. An ambient air temperature sensor and a barometric pressure sensor have been provided to automatically provide temperature and pressure corrections of flow rate. A filter temperature sensor is also provided to record the temperature near the filter paper. System terminates the sampling if the flow rate drops below the safe limits during the sampling period. Instrument records all the runtime parameters such as flow rate, air temperature, filter temperature, barometric pressure, filter pressure, sample volume etc. in a USB memory stick or a memory card. Instrument will not operate if the USB pen drive or memory card is not in its place. One can enter sample ID, current date and time, auto start and stop time of the instrument through the data logger. Data logger has one toggle switch, a reset switch to restart the instrument, in case it shuts down due to excessive heating. Large LCD display provides a glance of all system parameters during sampling and summary of runtime parameters at the end of sampling. There is a separate pump cabinet having one toggle switch, one fuse holder and one power supply socket to provide power supply to the instrument. Sockets for attaching the reverse cord. Adapters for signal cable. And adapters for PU pipe to connect pump to logger. By locating all heat dissipating components in a separate cabinet, it is ensured that the temperature of the PM2.5 filter paper remains close to ambient temperature and there is no chance of losing any volatile fractions of the PM2.5. Instrument runs on 220 volt, single-phase AC. Instrument meets all the requirements of the BIS, CPCB and US EPA. Instrument is supplied with Operation Manual, Leak Check Adapter, Reverse Cord, Signal Cable, PU pipe with leak check valve and a tool kit. Tool kit consists of 1 filter cassette carrier box with 2 filter cassettes, 10 filter carrier with cover, 50 milliliters silicone oil, 2 droppers, 1 tweezer, 1 cleaning brush, 1 box of silicone grease, 2 fuse, 1 screwdriver. For assembling the instrument, connect the pump with 220 volt power supply with the help of mains cord. Provide power supply from pump to cabinet by the reverse cord. Connect the signal cable between pump and cabinet. Connect PU pipe with leak check valve between pump and cabinet. Remove the inlet cap. Unscrew the gland nut and pull out the inlet pipe from the impactor. And again tighten it to hold the pipe in this position. Take out the impactor and open it by unscrewing. Take out the oil well. Remove its top ring. Clean the impactor with tissue. Place a 37 mm glass fiber filter paper with the help of a tweezer. Soak the entire filter paper with silicone oil by pouring 25 drops or 1 milliliter of silicone oil. Replace the top ring and again put the oil well at its place. Replace the upper portion of the impactor, screw it and make it fully tight. Keep it aside. Now, unscrew the filter holder and place the filter cassette with pre-weighed PTFE filter paper on the lower part of the filter holder. Replace the upper portion of the filter holder, screw it and make it fully tight. Now, place the impactor over the filter holder and push it down into the filter holder. Next, unscrew the gland nut again and push the connecting pipe into the impactor. Again, tighten the gland nut. Now, your instrument is ready. Friends, leak check is an important part before starting sampling. For leak check, remove the inlet cap. Insert the leak check adapter at its position. Keep the valve in a close position. Keep the leak check valve at the pump in open position. Switch on the pump. Switch on the instrument with the help of toggle switch on the logger. Vacuum pressure will start increasing in the pressure gauge. When it reaches between 200 to 300 millimeters of mercury, close the leak check valve at the pump and then switch off the instrument with the help of toggle switch on the data logger. Wait for 3 minutes. If vacuum pressure does not decrease more than 100 millimeters of mercury from the initial pressure achieved, it will be considered acceptable. Otherwise, check all the joints, O-rings and apply silicone grease at all joints and all O-rings and replace the damaged O-rings with new one if found damaged and perform the leak check test again. After finishing the leak check test, release the pressure slowly by opening the adapter valve. Also open the leak check valve at the pump. Now, the instrument is ready for sampling, and note down following information on the data sheet to proceed further. Location, date, time, filter ID, initial weight of filter paper, and switch on the instrument with the help of toggle switch on the data logger. After completion of sample, sampler will stop automatically at the preset time, if sample stop time was preset. In case shutdown time was not preset, then switch off the instrument. After 2 minutes, again, switch on the instrument, data logger will display all the functions. Set it to recall summary with the help of up-down keys, and then press the enter key. Instrument will show a summary of all runtime parameters. One can also note down these parameters. All information will be available in the data stored in the USB pen drive or memory card. And finally, switch off the instrument. Also, note down on the data sheet any special weather conditions, such as thunderstorm, rainfall and cloudy weather etc. persisted during sampling. It helps in interpretation of data. Next step is to remove the filter paper. For this, unscrew the gland nut and pull out the inlet pipe from the impactor, and again, tighten it to hold the pipe in this position. Remove the filter holder. Now, unscrew the filter holder and take out the filter cassette from the filter holder. Replace the filter holder and impactor back to their position, attach the inlet pipe to impactor, and tighten the gland nut. Transfer the filter cassette to the filter cassette box and send it to the laboratory for final weighing. Transfer the filter paper from cassette to filter carrier, desiccated, and take final weight on a suitable balance. Filter paper can be stored in the filter carrier for future requirements. To perform calculations, follow this procedure. Say initial weight of filter paper was W1 gram. And final weight of filter paper was W2 gram. Weight of dust collected on filter paper equals W2 minus W1 gram. Let volume of air sampled be V cubic meter, this we get from the data summary. Then, PM 2.5 concentration, in microgram per cubic meter equals, difference of W2 and W1. Multiplied by 10 raised to the power 6. Whole divided by V, that is volume of sampled air. Hope this has helped you in understanding the monitoring for fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, using a PM 2.5 sampler. Thank you.